morning, distinguished guests, honorable ambassadors, and ladies and gentlemen. It is a great privilege to welcome to ASEAN-Republic of Korea Business Forum. Thank you for taking your valuable time to be this event. My name is Eun-hye Seo, MC for today's event. It's a great pleasure and honor to stand here. Let us begin. ASEAN-ROK Business Forum, hosted by Mission of the Republic of Korea to ASEAN and Korea Trade Investment Promotion Agency, Southeast Asia and Oceania Head Office. Let me give you a brief outline of today's forum. In a few minutes, there will be welcoming and congratulatory speeches. Then there will be a commemorative photograph session before the presentations, and followed by in-depth panel discussion. We hope you will find today's program we will lined up for you to be fruitful and engaging. First of all, I have the honor of introducing to you His Excellency Kwon Hee-seok, Ambassador of Republic of Korea to ASEAN, will deliver welcoming remarks. Please give His Excellency Kwon Hee-seok a big round of applause.
Your Excellency Dato Lim Jok-hoi, Secretary General of ASEAN, ASEAN ambassadors and representatives from Korean companies, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great honor and pleasure to welcome all of you to today's ASEAN-Korea Business Forum, which we co-host with the Korea Trade Investment Promotion Agency, KOTRA. I'd like to take this opportunity to extend my sincere gratitude to Hyundai Motors Asia Pacific headquarters for their generous support in making possible our field trip to Hyundai Motor Manufacturing Indonesia, based in Bekasi, this afternoon. ASEAN-Korea cooperation has been a watershed for more than the last 3 decades. We are one of the key partners to each other, encompassing various areas of cooperation. Speaking of economic cooperation, Korea is the ASEAN's 5th largest trading partner, while ASEAN is our 2nd largest. In terms of investment, ASEAN is the 2nd largest foreign direct investment destination, with an accumulative worth of approximately $130 billion. Economic enhancement as such has enticed Korean companies to enter the ASEAN market proactively. Today, roughly 17,000 Korean companies across 10 ASEAN member states create jobs and share technical know-how. Such contributions have led to substantive economic growth and development in ASEAN countries. The Korean companies in the region have also facilitated the promotion of intra-ASEAN trade and investment. For example, Hyundai Motor started the business in 2019, focusing on the electric vehicle ecosystem, first in Indonesia. Leading the innovation of the ASEAN automobile market, Hyundai Motors have gone the extra mile to create new markets and jobs. Another example, POSCO entered Indonesia, the Philippines, Thailand, and Vietnam early on. The renowned Korean steel giant has produced and supplied high-quality steel products throughout the region, leading to the industrial competitiveness of ASEAN. Digital economy and innovation are vital in our time. Cybersecurity issues, which will be presented later at today's forum, do matter more than ever. Stellion, the cybersecurity expert company, and other tech companies have strengthened their cooperation with the ASEAN member states in the relevant areas such as e-commerce. With these endeavors by Korean companies, the Korean government has also been contributing to lay the foundation in facilitating intra-ASEAN trade. The Korean government, in this context, joined the RCEP, the world's largest FTA, among the 10 Asian member states and 5 Asian dialogue partners. Furthermore, the Korean government has explored new areas of cooperation with ASEAN and served various platforms for institutionalizing collaboration with our ASEAN friends. Following the launching of the ASEAN-Korea Financial Cooperation Center last month here, the ASEAN-Korea Industrial Innovation Center and the Science and Technology Cooperation Center are also in the process of establishment. Promoting the intra-ASEAN trade is one of the ASEAN's main goals to realize regional integration. ASEAN's endeavors have been intensified to accelerate intra-trade and investment, as well as create a highly competitive market by enforcing ASEAN Free Trade Agreement in 1999. That has launched ASEAN Economic Community in 2015 and has been implementing the ASEAN Comprehensive Recovery Framework, which was adopted at the 37th ASEAN Summit in 2020. As such, Korea and ASEAN share a common vision of enhancing intra-ASEAN trade and investment. I believe our relentless endeavors would encourage more Korean companies to enter the Asian market, facilitate regional trade, and eventually lead to co-prosperity with a virtuous cycle. I believe this forum will serve as a meaningful occasion for the participants to share Korean companies' experiences and encourage networking between ASEAN and Korean business stakeholders. I hope today's forum will make ASEAN-Korea economic cooperation one step closer and more substantial. In conclusion, I'd like to express my sincere appreciation to the speakers and participants whose wisdom and insights are valuable to today's forum. Also, I'd like to extend my special thanks to Mr. Lee Jong-seop, President of KOTRA Southeast Asia and Oceania Head Office, for his role as a moderator in today's forum's panel discussion, and also as a co-host. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Next, there will be congratulatory remarks given by His Excellency Dato Lim Jok-hoi, Secretary General of ASEAN. It is my great honor to introduce His Excellency Dato Lim Jok-hoi with a warm round of applause.
His Excellency Kwan Hee-soo, Ambassadors, Republic of Korea to ASEAN, Excellency Committee of Permanent Representatives to ASEAN, distinguished guests, Representative of Korea Business in ASEAN, and ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all. First and foremost, I wish to express my appreciation to the mission of the Republic of Korea to ASEAN for inviting me to this first ASEAN-Korean Business Forum. The inaugural forum today signifies a good start to further deepen business ties between our economies, as well as to navigate the world after the pandemic. Let me take this opportunity to warmly extend my sincere gratitude to the invaluable support of the Republic of Korea, particularly in contributing to the ASEAN COVID-19 Response Fund and other excellent contributions. Your timely support during the pandemic presented the symbols of friendships and solidarity of our people, peace, well-being, and prosperity. Today, I'm happy to update you that 69% of the ASEAN's population have been fully vaccinated, and booster shots being rolled out to resume business and tourism activities. ASEAN is firmly on its track towards full recovery in 2021. Trade and investment are recorded at equivalent or higher than the pre-pandemic levels. The estimated GDP growth rates are around 4.9% in 2022 and 5.2% in 2023. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the economic relation between ASEAN and Republic of Korea continues to progress steadily. From 2020, ROK is the ASEAN fourth largest trading partners with a two-way trade trading US $150.2 billion. ROK is also ASEAN's fifth largest source of FDI, with inflows of from ROK to ASEAN to the tune of $6.8 billion. Given the fast-changing global economic landscape in the post-pandemic era, ASEAN and Republic of Korea reaffirm our shared commitment to strengthen economic ties by further liberalization of the sensitive products under the ASEAN-Korea Trade in Goods Agreement and identify new emerging areas that could be incorporated in the ASEAN-Korea Free Trade Agreements for the possible FTA upgrade. Our vision gears towards a new forward-looking economic partnership and prioritize inclusiveness, innovation, resilience, and sustainability. In this partnership, business community should play a crucial role. Therefore, allow me to share my perspective on three critical areas of priority in which ASEAN and Korea business community could contribute to deepening our economic cooperation. First is to strengthen regional supply chain. The pandemic has severely tested the strength of our supply chain. To reduce the vulnerability, ASEAN has taken a bold initiative, such as the conclusion of the ASEAN Memorandum of Understanding on Essential Goods and Services, the entry into force of the ASEAN Agreement on e-commerce, and the expansion of the ASEAN Single Window. In 2022, the implementation of Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, RCEP, presents an excellent opportunity for the business community to consolidate production and marketing network and ensure continuity supply chain. We encourage ASEAN and the Republic of Korea business community to leverage this initiative to diversify the supply base and enhance localized sourcing with increased participation of MSME. Second is the adoption of the digital technology to transform business models. The pandemic has brought digital technology to the fore and a new driver for economic growth for ASEAN. In 2021, ASEAN laid important framework to build an enabling environment for digital economy through the Bandar Sri Begawan Roadmap, an ASEAN digital transformation agenda to accelerate ASEAN economic recovery and digital economic integration. This initiative targets to build an inclusive digital ecosystem in the region and pave the way for the establishing a robust ASEAN digital economy by 2025. The business community could play a leading role in this vital journey. I encourage a stronger public-private sector partnership to realize the full potential of digital transformation through closer collaboration, efforts to promote digital infrastructure, support innovative technologies, and enhance trust in cyberspace, and as well as support digital reskilling and upskilling of MSME. Third, moving towards a sustainable economy, ASEAN and Korea are committed to the Paris Agreement to climate change and has pledged to reduce carbon emission by 2030. In 2021, ASEAN endorsed the Circular Economy Framework for the ASEAN Economic Community, which provides for the first time a structured pathway for ASEAN transition towards a low-carbon circular economy. The private sector should embrace the change by actively transforming the production and business patterns towards resource efficiency. In this connection, I look forward to the immediate and concrete action from ASEAN and Korea business community by sharing lessons, good practices, expertise, and technologies to support the transition process, particularly in energy, agriculture, and transport. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, ASEAN and ROK have held various business forums and matchmaking activities through ASEAN-Korea Business Council as well as East Asian Business Council to bridge promising ASEAN enterprises with Korean businesses. We need to continue the momentum to forge trade linkages between our economies and enhance the understanding of emerging trends that will be vital for our FTA upgrade. In conclusion, let me thank the mission of Korea to ASEAN once again for organizing this event. I firmly believe that collaboration between public and private sector of both sides will unleash tremendous opportunity for businesses in the region. With that note, I will thank you for your attention and hope we'll be having productive discussion this morning. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Next, we have another congratulatory remarks. Mr. Hoang Trang Hai, Charged Affairs Permanent Mission of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam to ASEAN, will deliver a congratulatory remarks on behalf of His Excellency Ambassador Nguyen Hai Bang.
Your Excellency Dato Lim Jok Hoi, Secretary General of ASEAN, and Your Excellency Kwon Hee Sok, Ambassador of the Republic of Korea to ASEAN, Excellencies, friends, and colleagues. It is an honor for me to be here today representing my ambassador. It should be him delivering this speech right now, and I know he would love to. But since he cannot make it back to Jakarta earlier, he has asked me to deliver the country coordinator's congratulatory remarks on his behalf. Excellencies, friends, and colleagues, to begin, let me tell two small stories of my own. When my wife arrived in Jakarta, I purchased a smartphone for her, and we marveled on the fact that the phone was made in Vietnam, assembled in a factory just 80 kilometers from Hanoi. Then it traveled 5,000 kilometers across the sea, only to be bought again by another Vietnamese. A week ago, one of my friends called me saying that he was considering buying an electric car. It was unveiled on the 26th of April in Hanoi, but not yet available for the Vietnamese market. They told him it would be imported from Indonesia in the near future. And he asked me if he should wait for it or find another model. available now in Vietnam. So between these two stories, there are two common things. First, it is all about intra-ASEAN trade. Second, such trade is made possible through the regional supply chains of a Korean global corporation. The first one, you may already tell, is Samsung. And the second one is Hyundai. And the car is the Ioniq 5. So my stories, I think, are two small but vivid examples for the main theme of our forum today, how ASEAN-ROK cooperation can contribute to maximize the potential of intra-ASEAN market and promote broader economic integration. While trade with external partners is usually referred to as a strength and even a pride of ASEAN, solidified by the most recently ratified RCEP, intra-ASEAN trade has always been a tougher nut to crack, a trickier puzzle to be solved, since the ASEAN economies tend to compete with rather than complement one another. The examples I mentioned earlier implies that the answer to this might partly be how ASEAN better positions and integrates itself not as separate member states, but as an unified economic entity in the global supply chains with the support of its major partners, including the ROK. So if that can be done, then the outcome might not simply be pretty statistics for the economists and for the technocrats, but it will actually further benefit the ASEAN people, ordinary people like my wife and my friend. I think it is a true goal that ASEAN should strive for. And with that in mind, I want to congratulate Ambassador Kwon, the ROK mission to ASEAN, and the Korea Trade Investment Promotion Agency for successfully organizing the business forum today, which I believe will be one step further towards that goal. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please give him a big round of applause.